Hello everyone, we are doing another House of the Dragon video, and today we're going to go over why people seem to be choosing or supporting the blacks over the greens. But before that, remember to like the video, it helps out the channel a lot, and subscribe, and yada yada yada, let's get to it. So anybody who has been on social media or who has followed the promotion for the next season of House of the Dragon will know that they have been trying to get people to choose a side, to declare for the greens or for the blacks, which is common practice for many of these entities. You know, Twilight did this with Edward versus Jacob, Marvel did this with Civil War, Iron Man versus Captain America. It gets fans involved, it allows for debates and whatnot on social media, further promoting the franchise. The problem House of the Dragon has is that most people have declared for Team Black. 77% specifically, according to their website. Raise the Banners, which uses AI to put you in House of the Dragon, which is super cool, by the way, and I would recommend doing. It's really fun. There really is no debate or argument because the overwhelming majority is for the blacks. But why is that? Because they aren't exactly good guys either. They have done things that aren't considered honorable or good, so why do people prefer Team Black to Team Green? I think it comes down to the leaders of each and the things they have done, and some of the side characters for each side. So we will start with the leaders, the people who will sit on the Iron Throne if their side wins, Rhaenyra versus Aegon. So Rhaenyra already has a bit of a sympathy play. Viserys, their father, made her the heir to the throne, and Aegon and the Greens usurped it. So of course people will automatically think she is in the right because the Greens stole her birthright. But let's go to the character of these two. How good of people are they? Both aren't great, but one is slightly worse than the other. Rhaenyra is a bit of a spoiled brat. She is. She has basically done whatever she has wanted her whole life with little to no consequences. Viserys let her choose her husband, which most girls didn't get to do at that time, and she was like, nah, and decided to make out with her uncle. She slept with Criston Cole and didn't lose her station. She cheated on her husband Laenor with Harwin Strong and mothered bastards. And just as we thought those bastards were going to lose their stations, Viserys saves the day. She then fakes the death of Laenor, allowing him to live out his days in Essos so she can marry her uncle Daemon. So yeah, not a great person by any means. But Aegon is worse. He's a drunk, a womanizer, he sexually assaulted a handmaiden, he has fathered bastards in the city, hangs out with a bad crowd, and hasn't really taken his station seriously at all. And this is the problem. Why would I, or anybody for that matter, choose somebody who is worse? As I said, Rhaenyra already has sympathy points for it being stolen from her. You have to give Aegon something for people to grab onto, and be like, yeah, he would make a better leader. I think if you would just get rid of the sexual assault of the handmaiden, you would make it at least a little bit closer in the matter. Like, people would be more willing to root for someone who hasn't committed a crime like that. Or you have Rhaenyra actually having Laenor killed instead of faking his death and sending him to Essos. Because Laenor was fine with moving to Essos. He could continue what he was doing, drinking a lot and having sex with dudes. Like, Rhaenyra almost did him a favor, allowing him to live the rest of his life in peace and not have the burden of his name anymore. If she actually had him killed, you would be like, wow, she is kind of evil. Which would make it harder to root for her, which then would get more of that choose your side kind of thing. But that is not what we got. We got Rhaenyra being the better person, and the throne is hers by right, so of course more people are going to prefer her. Even if she isn't a good person, she is the lesser evil out of the two. Now, if it was Aemond versus Rhaenyra, now that would be quite the choice for people. Aemond is my favorite character in the show, so I'm biased towards him. I think it would definitely be a bit more of a split decision versus what we currently have. Another reason why I think people overwhelmingly prefer the blacks is because of Daemon. The internet fell in love with him last season, which perplexed the writers of the show, which led to some fans bullying them on Twitter, saying the writers don't understand his character. Daemon groomed Rhaenyra. That's not a good thing. People just don't seem to care though. And the Greens really don't have that kind of character on their side. Aemond is the closest thing the Greens got, but people were very upset when he killed Lucerys last season. They view him as evil. Now, I made a video going over whether or not Aemond is evil, link in the description below, but to think Daemon wouldn't do the exact same thing if he was in Aemond's shoes would be ludicrous. He would do it and he would have no regrets about it. But in conclusion, the main reason is that the blacks really haven't done anything that bad compared to what the Greens have done. The Greens usurped the throne. They are viewed as the bad guys, which is why I wish they made Aegon a little bit more likable, more honorable, because then you could actually make a case of why he should sit the throne over Rhaenyra. So what do you think? Are you Team Green or Team Black? Leave it down in the comments below, and if you want more House of the Dragon content, please subscribe and like the video. Check out the Twitter link in the description below, and as always, have an awesome day.